Hey, how's it going everyone? It's Thompson, or Animania11, and I am back once again. I know it's been a bit of time since I was last on the channel and everything, but it's kind of a bit hard at the moment getting motivation to do stuff on the holidays. I know that it should be a time when I can do this more often, but it's just a bit weird. But anyway, we are going to be bringing you today our next Let's Play series. Let's Play Nuzlocke Challenge, playthrough, whatever. And we are going to be doing Pokemon Flawless Platinum. Now, this is a game that I've been wanting to play for a bit over a year now, actually. I have actually had a couple of practice playthroughs, and it's really difficult. For those of you who know, like other Pokemon hacks and everything, probably the most famous would be Blaze Black and Volt White, and their sequels, by someone by the name of Drayano. And this is a hack sort of like that, where it's an increased difficulty and you can catch every Pokemon, and basically same storyline, but just it's extremely hard. And this is, like I said, Pokemon Flawless Platinum by someone by the name of Draknir on the Pokemon forums and everything. So, like I said, I've wanted to play this for a while, and I thought, why not bring it to you as sort of a present over the New Year's and going into the New Year. So, we are going to be playing challenge mode on this game, so it's going to be extra hard. I believe by the time you get up to Cynthia or whatever, her Pokemon are like level 90 or something, so it's really hard. I'm looking forward to the challenge of playing through it with you guys. What else? I don't know, we may as well just get into this. So, we have Professor Rowan here. Like I said, this hack is a 493, I believe it is, in 4th gen, so we will have the opportunity to catch a lot of Pokemon that we won't normally be able to get in the game. There's a lot of like moveset changes, obviously. There's a couple of type changes, a couple of stat changes that allow certain Pokemon to become more viable. I know that there's a lot of Pokemon that get a stat change up to base 500, like 500 BST. So a lot of things become a lot more viable and sort of a bit more balanced, but we'll just need to wait and see how this game goes. So we've got Professor on here. I will be returning the voices from our ex-Wonderlock, obviously, but at this point it's just intro stuff, so I don't see any point of having it at the moment. So we'll go ahead and choose our character. Go ahead and name ourselves just our normal name that we have, so just Mania 11, because we can't fit Ranmania 11 into the 4th gen boxes, unfortunately. Yes, we'll go ahead and name ourselves that. So, and then we have our rival, and I don't really know what to call our rival. We don't really have many rivals ourselves at this point, but I mean, we didn't get to choose one for X-Wonderlock or anything, but I mean, like, other rival names, we have like Barry, well, this guy's default name is Barry. Then you have Gary, and so I was sort of thinking having an Ari name, so like Larry, Harry, I don't know, they're the only two that I can really think of. So I'll go ahead and name him something like that, I don't know, may as well just call him Larry for the moment. And there we go. So, go ahead and name him that. If we can please get out of this menu and go and speed up our game text, that would be very much appreciated, and get into this. So I do have the Pokemon documents open up here. I'll leave a link to the forum in the description just so that you guys can go and check it out and play along with me if you are interested in it. It's like really good, it's really challenging. Like I said, I have played through it before. I think I got up to Mars's Perugly in Valley Windworks, and that just basically swept my team. So, like, that's not very far into the game, and hopefully we'll be able to make more progress than that this time around. So, finally into the game, and we'll go ahead straight away and switch our text speed to fast, switch our frames to that one, I like that, and, I don't know, we'll have a bit more challenge. We're playing it challenge mode. Like I said, there's a normal mode, and there's a challenge mode, and just recently the game developer has also brought out an inverse battle mode, so obviously using the same mechanics as the type switching in inverse battles in Gen 6, so I don't think I'm quite ready for that challenge, but we'll just need to see how we go. So we have Larry here, our rival, obviously. And I was thinking, with the return of voices, we may as well give Larry something really annoying. And from our last Let's Play, the most annoying voice that I would have to say we had, apart from like Shauna and all of those bitchy characters, obviously he's a guy so we can't have that, would be probably 06, so need to get into the frame of mind to do the 06 voice. So we have here Larry. There you are. Hey Manion 11, did you see TV? Sure you did. Professor Rowan's that really important guy who studies Pokemon, right? That means he must have lots and lots of Pokemon. So if we ask him, I bet he'd give us some Pokemon. Oh hey, is this a new PC? Where was I? Alright, right. We're going to go and see Professor Rowan and get some Pokemon. I'll be waiting outside. Okay, Manion 11, if you're late, I'm finding $10 million. 10 million. All of the money. Thank you. So, obviously we are playing this. It is a emulator. Well, it's not a STEM game, so you can play it on emulator. We're playing it through our capture card and everything at the moment. Have Mum telling us that Larry has already left. So we're going to probably just go and see about getting our first Pokemon in our opening episode. Of course, with a Nuzlocke, for those of you who don't know, there's a couple of standard rules that we kind of need to follow. The main one being, if you enter a route, you can only catch the first Pokemon that you encounter. If Pokemon faints, then you need to release it. It can't be, well, release it or stick it in a dead box in the PC or whatever. It can't be used again. And that you're supposed to nickname your Pokemon to develop closer bonds with it or whatever. Give them a bit more personality. So, that's what we're kind of going to be following. As a naming rule, I don't really have any specific theme. I was thinking just putting my phone music on shuffle and naming the Pokemon after whatever band or song or whatever comes up from that. So, go ahead and need to just trigger this couple of cutscenes and everything here to get out onto Route 201, is it? I believe. Been a while since I played Pokemon Platinum and stuff. Pokemon Platinum wasn't exactly my favourite game when it came out. It just seemed a bit boring after Pokemon Diamond and everything. There wasn't that much of a change. But it is still like a decent-ish game to play through. So we'll go ahead and head out onto Route 201 with Larry here. So we'll see about doing this. So we finally get our first route here. We have Larry. Too slow. Alright, let's get moving to Professor Rowan's lab. What? Don't go into the grass, right? No worries, no problems. It doesn't matter that we don't have any Pokemons. Trust me on this one, I've got an idea. Science. We've got an idea for science. Now listen, you know how wild Pokemon jump out when you go into tall grass? So, what you do is, you scoot over to the next patch of grass, before any wild Pokemon can appear. If we just keep dashing, we can get to Sandstorm Town without running into any wild Pokemon. Okay, stick with me. Okay, here goes. On your marks. Hold it! So here we have Professor Rowan, obviously getting introduced. He doesn't have a French accent like Professor Sycamore, so we're just going to give him generic old person voice. You two don't seem to have any Pokemon between you. Then, what is the meaning of going into the tall grass? Awkward standoff. Larry v Professor Rowan. 1v1, bro. Hey, Manion 11, this old guy. It's Professor Rowan, isn't it? What's he doing here? They tried to go into the tall grass because they wanted Pokemon. What to do? Their world would surely change if they were to meet Pokemon. Is it right for me to put them on that path? You two, you truly love Pokemon, do you? Of course we do. Me too. I love Pokemon too. I will ask you once again. You two, you truly love Pokemon, do you? What? You can ask 100 times. The answer will never change. We'll both answer 100 times. We love Pokemon. Right, Manion? Right? Mania 11? English, please. A pair of reckless kids foolishly try to enter the tall grass without Pokemon of their own. It worries me what people like that would do with Pokemon. Stare off. Well, then forget about me, but give back Pokemon to my friend here. I mean, it was me who tried to go into tall grass, you know. How big of you? Very well then, I will entrust you two with Pokemon. I apologize for putting you through that exercise. However, you must promise me that you will never recklessly endanger yourself again. Now then. Now where? So, now we have Dawn. She isn't even a rival in this game. She, like, battles with you in a couple of scenes, but she doesn't actually have that much of a role, so I don't know. Just go ahead and skip through here. Can we please get to choosing our Pokemon? I mean, that's one thing about this early game. You have a lot of talking that's pointless dialogue if you've played through it once before. So I'll go ahead and get to choose our first Pokemon here. Open up Professor Rowan's briefcase, and here we get our Pokemon selections. So, like I said, the Pokemon in these games do receive, most of them receive an ability change at least. Some of them also receive a stat change and typing change. So we've got Turtwig. All of these Pokemon also have, like I said, ability change. So Turtwig gets Shell Armor, I believe, and just evolves into normal, well, relatively normal Torterra. Slight stats change, I believe, but nothing too major. Then we have Chimchar, who gets Iron Fist as well. So Blaze and Iron Fist, obviously. Similar to its Gen 5 and 6 Dream Mod, so Chimchar's really good in this game, in my opinion. I believe it gets stat changes up to its attack, special attack, and speed all go up to 110 or something, I believe. So just hitting a slightly higher benchmark. And yeah, Chimchar's looking really good. I'm probably thinking we're going to go with that. But then we also have Piplup. Piplup gets, well, Empoleon gets a final stat change, slightly higher special attack and special defense, I believe. I think it's Swift Swim, its ability it gets, but it also becomes Water Ice, so that's not exactly a great typing, not as good as Water Steel, of course. I think Blastoise gets Water Steel. But I'm thinking Chimchar, just because it's mixed attacking ability, if it gets Iron Fist, it's really good as an Infernape, and it's just generally a cool Pokemon to go with. We're going to go ahead and start off with a Chimchar for our first Pokemon. So Larry decides to choose the Piplup, obviously, and that will mean that when we do evolve and get our fighting type move, we will be super effective against the ice type of his Empoleon and whatever. So now we have Professor Rowan just going through the rules. The Pokemon you have been entrusted with are unfamiliar with the world. In that regard, they're much like you. As fellow newcomers to the world, I hope you'll do well together. If you have any trouble, come see me at my lab in Sandgem Town. And now, we'll be on our way. So, we have our first Pokemon. Larry will obviously want to come and battle with us, have our first rival battle, and then we'll get into sort of the main part of the game, per se, getting out into the wide world of Pokemon and everything. Hey, Manuel, we've both got Pokemon now. There's only one thing to do, right? Are you up for this? Yep, we'll go ahead and jump into this. Get our first battle of the game going, our first rival battle and everything. Get to check out our new Chimchar. We can't actually see its stats or anything yet, but we will get to see it versus the Piplup. That's 20 HP. I wonder what ability it has. Oh, we have Ember first up, and I believe Tackle's also a change, because it would normally get scratched, but it's not really that big of a deal at this point in time. Doing decent-ish damage there to the Piplup, and it's going ahead and using Growl. So, that'll be doing even less. Do we go for the Leer? We may as well just spam Leer a bit here. Just for its defenses and everything. Just try and equate its lowering our attack. And go ahead and check this out. So, we have challenge mode. Important trackers. There we go. So it's what used. This will be, if it goes for Growl this turn, it will be like 4 times. No, it's just going for Tackle now. So we should have relatively equated our attack drops with its defense drops. And so that did down to just below half. So I don't know, will another 2-3 hits take it out? we've got another 3 hits in us. Obviously it did 5 first hit with tackle, and I don't know from there. Maybe it's 2 hit KO, maybe we can get lucky with a crit, I don't know. We'll just need to see. So we should be able to take it out on next turn. It's probably down to like 1-2 HP or something. But yeah, that should be the first battle taken care of. Will we get a level here? Also, that Piplup was obviously level 6 compared to our level 5, so obviously the challenge mode is a lot harder than the normal versions of the games. Get a nice special attack boost there, and nice speed. So decent stats for a Chimchar early on. And challenge mode obviously will be a lot harder. Obviously, 1 level higher already is going to make, well, at this point it's not going to make that much of a difference, but as the game progresses, the levels will definitely increase dramatically, which means that there's probably going to need to be quite a bit of grinding that we do in this game. So, might not be every episode, but say every 2 episodes or something, depending on how we're progressing with the story. So, we have our mother here talking about all the Pokemon and stuff, and I believe we get our running shoes. There we go. Get our running shoes this early on in the game. I don't think we normally get them this early in the original, but it will definitely help speed up our game so far. So, I think we just talked to her again. So we'll go ahead and check out our Pokemon. Have a look at what our Chimchar is like. We have ourselves a Jolly Chimchar. Wow, that is going to be very good. With Blaze, so unfortunately we didn't get Iron Fist. But, I mean, a Jolly Chimchar is going to be very powerful for this game, I'd say. I mean, physical attacker. We have Ember at the moment, which is Stab, coming off 12, which isn't bad, but I mean, yeah. Iron Fist would have been cool, because then Jolly plus, like, Mach Punch, not that we need the speed boost, but Fire Punch I think it gets and stuff. So, we'll go ahead and head out here. We've got our running shoes making our way really quickly now, and we have Larry here. Too slow. Mania 11, I'm sick of waiting. I'm going to see Professor 1 so I can think him properly. So I had this great idea. Listen up, okay? You know that lake where we always play at? You know how they say a legendary Pokemon lives there? You guessed it. Let's catch that Pokemon. That'll make Professor 1 happy, I'm sure of that. Okay. So, thank you very much. So, with Larry just asking a question there, this will bring us up onto something else that I want to do with this Let's Play, something a bit different from the last one, and that is like a question of the day thing with you guys. Just get a bit of, like, video maker, me, interaction with my viewers and everything. So, just as this bit's going on here, the first question, obviously, this first episode is going to be revolving around holidays. Like I said at the start, I've been on holidays for like a month and a half or something now. Lots of time. Been away with the family and stuff, just socialising. Had Christmas recently, obviously, and everything. So, my question was, what do you do on your holidays? Obviously, I like to relax. Every, like, year, me and my family have a big holiday. We go somewhere overseas or do something big. But generally, it's just a time to relax, time away from school or uni or whatever. So my question is to you guys, what do you like to do? Do you go and hang out down at the beach if you live close to it? Do you go skiing if you live in that sort of part of the world? Or do you just, I don't know, go shopping or hang out at home and play video games, like what I'm doing at the moment? So, as I was just talking about that, we were introduced to Cyrus, obviously talked about his nefarious plots to create a new world, coming back and catching Mesprit later on in the game. But I think at this point in time, we'll go ahead and start heading over to Sandgem Town, and then that might be where we call it for an episode. So, obviously I've started talking about a lot of new stuff in this first episode, stuff I want to include. We'll go ahead and stop there. Won't get any more Pokemon battles or anything in this episode. So, I hope you guys did all enjoy it. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment for any suggestions or anything, or responding to my question of the day. And if you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep updated with this playthrough and other stuff that I'm going to be bringing you. And I hope to see you guys all later with the next episode of our Pokemon Flawless Platinum playthrough. Thank you very much, and goodbye.